in-depth look at another win for Alliance.
Thank you very much, D-Man. Well, Alliance is certainly on a mission here, and D-Man mentioned the plan is now out for Alliance with their double AD, yet the plan was already out, and it feels like Fnatic just didn't want to react to it.
Thing is though, it's a plan, yeah, sure. You know you can pick your Tristana into Kassadin. Have you practiced it? Have you played with an AD mid before? If you see what Alliance is doing these games, they're like map play, suddenly Tabs will group up mid with Frog and push that tower. Those are things they've practiced and practiced well. Just because you know Tristana mid exists against the Kassadin doesn't mean you can do it, and that's what I like so much about this mind game in the picks and bans. They force Fnatic to pick Kassadin because what Alliance has as a counter, I don't think Fnatic has as a counter themselves. So they're pretty much forced to do something, and once the behavior is predictable, Alliance will exploit it.
I love the word usage because what is great about the strategy Alliance employs, they go, you either pick Kassadin and we run our double AD comp, which we've proven can win, and we've got the playstyle to counter your Kassadin, or you don't pick Kassadin, give it to us, and hope and pray whatever your counter to Kassadin is works against us. I really think it's a very good mind game. I also think there was some questionable decisions. You know, something that was mentioned on the desk, the Braum was seen, it was let through to the second rotation there for Alliance. And I don't know if Fnatic should have picked that Braum up, if it's central to Alliance's playstyle or not, but the disengage from Nami, it just simply wasn't good enough. And if you contrast Yellowstone Nami's to Nif Nami, game 1 and 2, day and night.
Yeah, absolutely. Nif was up here in the beginning of the show, and he is showing why he got that award as well. Fantastic play. And I got to commend the Lions because they've stepped up. They're both games at the same time, and they know if we get these picks, we know exactly what we're going to do, and they play well. How do you counter that?
You just have to play the game at the highest level. But I mean, like, if you look at both Nif and Shook right now, they're really the unsung heroes of Alliance, because they're the two roles that are not standardly and they're not immobile. So they have to go around the map and pressure at the right points at the right times. And Shook is playing out of his mind. If you look at this composition, right, they don't have a hard engage. Like, yeah, the Maokai can dive in, but like, it wasn't even wicked engaging. Maokai was just peeling, and every time Shook would connect his Q, go in, flash kick, and it worked. And he did 3 or 4 of these engages, and it's incredibly hard to play with a double AD comp, by the way. We've tried it in the past, and if you overextend just a little bit, you'll get turned on. And I just like how Alliance is taking this match.
I would dare say the double AD comp hinges on Shook's level of performance. He buys so much time for the AD carries. He does so much work in the early game. He's living up to the praise and the hype that was attached to him at the beginning of the year, and he's really delivering.
Yeah, it's like the long con, because they used to ban out his Lee Sin in the beginning, then he didn't perform on it that well in the beginning of the split, and now everything else works for Alliance.
That's what I've been trying for a year now.
It's a very long con for you, Krepo. Let's actually take a look at one of the replays showcasing how good Alliance is in those team fights in the early game, going for that dragon once again.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight this replay because it indicates somewhat how this game is going. Fnatic has this ID, okay, they're reacting. Fnatic's always reacting. Alliance is leading the dance, in this case the dragon dance. But Fnatic is like, okay, how are we going to counter this? Yeah, we'll TP behind them and flank him, and if we roll the clip, that's exactly what SOAS is doing right now. But Alliance doesn't give them time to wait. Nif goes in, their engages have been spot on. Nif has been engaging, Shook has been engaging, and SOAS, he can't even reach the fight. And that's a problem for now.
Yeah, full retreat. I mean, Fnatic may have felt they had more time, or they responded too late to it. I mean, Dragon was already killed before SOAS' teleport had even finished channeling. So, just misplays again, maybe some miscommunication on the side of Fnatic or SOAS getting in too late.
You guys mentioned SOAS as well. Would you have liked to see another pick? We saw the Swain working very well when they had the Syndra, they had the Never Move, and the other stun, they could pick someone off. In this composition, maybe not?
I think it could have worked if you like see how they're playing. Sometimes they had the right IDs, but just the wrong timing. We saw in middle as well, Cyanide flanked. I mean, if you manage to get flanks off with Eve, Swain goes in and wreaks havoc, and Alliance misplays one time, they'll die. We saw them get turned on in the mid lane one time, and they just got popped immediately. It is possible for Fnatic to win this comp, but not against an Alliance that's playing so well and has such good vision control early, because this is the second game in a row where lane swaps happen. Nif and Shook do better than Cyanide and Yellow Star, and the bottom control and Dragon control is always in Alliance's hands.
Also, they're doing very well with shutting down Reckless. Normally, he goes into the side lanes and he farms, but he's just not allowed to do that. Alliance is countering it very well.
Yeah, exactly. With the same thing, the roaming around. Reckless's double lift-esque playstyle of just farming up until the mid-late game and then becoming a monster just gets shut down because Alliance is not prioritizing these individual lanes. They're playing as a team and they're playing so well.
it just feels like there's no wasted time for Alliance. It really feels like from the moment they start their lane swaps, from the moment they start moving around the map, they are always gaining an advantage with every decision that they make. It's not simply a, oh, we can do that to go even. We're doing that to gain an advantage, to get vision, to get control, to get objectives.
And it's making them confident. If we go back to the beginning of the game, we saw a blue buff being handed over to Alliance, 4 against 5, Rekka's losing farm on bottom. That's actually, it's what makes the league snowbally. So Rekka's moves over for the blue buff, the lane pushes away from him, he's losing farm. That in turn, when the blue buff actually got stolen to Alliance, allows Wicked to soak up that XP. The entire shenanigans with the lane swaps start from there, and once Alliance is in the lead, they keep making plays and forcing Fnatic to react, and just Fnatic can't keep up.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I fear for Fnatic on the red side in the pick and ban phase to turn it around in the next one. What do you guys think?
I completely agree. I think in both of the games, Alliance have come out with an advantage in the pick and ban phase. I think they've got what they wanted, and they're executing playstyle-wise in-game as well. So for me, Fnatic have to pull something out of left field, completely surprise Alliance, level up, and maybe they need to pull out a magic double AD comp that works for them.
I want to see Yellow Star on Thresh, honestly. I feel that we need some harder CC coming out of him, confident plays. I really want to see a 2 against 2 and 1 against 1, because I think it's proven in these both games that lane swap just will not work, and that's what I'm hoping for, because I want this series to go to 5 games, because they're pretty good to watch.
Yeah, they are, and for now we're going to check in with you guys, because at the start of the show we asked you to tell us which team in this series do you think will be crowned the Kings of Summer and why? And here's what you had to say. The first one is from @Shockblade. I think Froggen and Tabs will carry Alliance to a 3-1 victory. Tabs only died once in the series versus SK. True? I want to give some props to Nif too, though.
Oh yes, I agree. I think the whole team is just really performing astoundingly. Froggen in particular has impressed me over the playoffs, playing different champions, playing different roles, and aggressive and passive when he needs to be. He definitely wants to go to Worlds.
Yeah, the commentators always say how Tabs virtually goes untouched in these team fights, but that's thanks to his teammates basically playing and saying I will just die for you. Dying for your team is not a bad thing. Shook ends up dead in all these engages, but he'll kick somebody in the team and the opposing member will just die even quicker, and then these double ADs, they go untouched and they just kill everyone.
Yeah, they wreck Fnatic's day. The second one is from @Joburn. Sadly, as much as I want Fnatic to win, I think they make too many mistakes when they are in the lead and behind. I fully agree.
I think we've seen that.
Yep.
Case in point. Well played, dude. You got it right.
The third one is from @MattPD96. Reckless just got MVP. He's feeling great, confident, and that'll give Fnatic the boost they need to win versus Alliance. I'd like to turn it around. You say, well, it's a team that makes it happen. Even if you die, you make it work for the team. It's not enough if it's just one person and the team isn't there.
Yeah, but I think he's part of the team as well. He needs to be at the right place. You can't fight 5v5 if your AD carry is splitting. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you got to play around that. You got to know what you're doing, and Alliance is just quicker at figuring out what they're doing, and Fnatic is a little slow on the ball and reacting sometimes, but it's really hard when a game is this fast-paced. It really shows who is the better team as there's more actions going on all the time, instead of just this one massive, okay, let's group up for this team fight and I'll play it. So no, Alliance is constantly changing up the pace, and it's really nice to watch. And
quick decision making. Fnatic have already shown multiple times their split. They do falter. When under pressure, when things have to happen snappy, and now they do crack and fail, unfortunately.
Yep, and I dare say it would be a very good thing that they learned this lesson now and then not in a couple of months. Now you can always stay in the conversation by tweeting @LOL Esports and using that hashtag LCS. We're dangerously low on mana, so we'll recall for 3.5 minutes. But Game 3 begins when we return. Stay with us.